Mole fraction occurs quite a lot. That's an important quantity to be able to calculate as well. So let's take a look. Yeah, so mole fraction is the fraction of the moles of one component in the total moles of all the components of the solution. Now, however many components you have, you can calculate mole fractions. You just, what's the number of moles of each of the components, divide by the total number of moles. So the total, one thing you know is the total of all the mole fraction in the solution has to equal 1. It's unitless, right? It's a mole divided by mole, so it's just a pure number. The mole percentage would just be the percentage of the moles of one component in the solution compared in the total moles of all components. So you just take the mole fraction and multiply by 100. Yeah, so that's pretty straightforward. And you just have to be sure which one you're doing. Express the concentration of aqueous 2.0 molar sulfuric acid again in mole fraction. So if it's in mole fraction, we need to figure out how many moles of everything we have. We'll assume that in the 1 liter solution, we have essentially 1 liter of water. So which is an approximation, right? There might be slightly less than that number of liters. So if we have 1 liter solution, we assume that it's 1 liter of H2O, and then we have, make a good general assumption that we have times 1,000 grams, 1 liter, H2O, 1,000 grams of H2O, and we have 18.02 grams per mole of H2O. Sorry, it's the number of grams per grams of H2O per 1 mole of H2O. And so that gives us 55.5 moles H2O. Okay, so our mole fraction, and of course we have 2 moles of sulfuric acid. So our mole fraction of sulfuric acid, you could calculate a mole fraction of water as well, is 2.0 divided by 55.5 plus 2.0. We're looking at the fraction of the total moles, which you can divide that out, gives you 0.017. So the mole fraction of sulfuric acid is 0.017. To find the mole fraction, that's the mole fraction of H2O. It's just 1 minus 0.017, which would be 0.983. Does that look right? Yeah. So that would be the mole fraction of water.